Hi guys, welcome to the Movie Club UK Season 1 Episode 2. I'm your host Mudia and I'm here with my co-hosts again, Ash and Fahiz. What's up guys? How you doing?
Not too bad. I'm calm. Tired, obviously, because I've been fasting. But I ate on my way here, had a mango.
I was even going to ask you guys that. I'm hungry. You guys are hungry?
Bro, I do think, literally, when I was on that bus, as soon as it hit the time, I just said, you know what? Yeah, my mango, my avocado, my orange.
What, did you break a fast on the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, because I was on the way, you know.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, bro.
even there was one guy on the bus who even said to one lady, "Oh, are you fasting?" And she was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, take some food, take some." He was
Really?
like, yeah, she took one. He was like, "Take some more."
How did they know you were fasting?
No, not me.
To someone else?
To another lady, yeah. Because obviously she was wearing her hijab. So
Yeah.
Did you just eat avocado by itself?
yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's good facts, you know. It's good.
What's wrong with
I'm
that?
sure
Ash?
it's good for you, but
Yeah, obviously.
I've done that. Don't do that.
no, I can have it with a meal, but by itself, out of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just literally with my thoughts.
Okay, I'm the weird one.
There's a point in my life where I wanted to gain weight, so I was looking at all these like foods that you can eat to gain weight. You could just eat avocado like that. I'll take a spoon, cut it in half, take out the big seed in the middle, and literally just yum
I
it.
can do that, but I add salt, which is.
Yeah, I hear you can add salt to that as well, but
Never
I
added
just have
salt.
it plain. I don't mind. Like I could just scuff that down me.
Never
But
had this salt. You know,
Yeah.
avocado before, you know. I want to try that one. If it's good, definitely want to try it.
well, at least you eat and I haven't. And I've eaten.
No,
No.
no, I had lunch and I haven't eaten since.
So this is the second time we're shooting this pod. Me on an empty stomach. You've eaten. You haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten.
I guess we got to get something to eat after. Yeah. I was even going to say, guys, if you had one food only, that you could eat for the rest of your life and you can't eat nothing else, what would you eat?
You know what? I love barbecue wings, fam.
Barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings. I don't know. I feel like it has crack in it.
Bro, I'm basically saying you can't eat anything
Nothing
else.
else. Yeah, barbecue wings, bro.
Barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings.
Wake up in the morning, barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings.
In the afternoon, barbecue wings.
Barbecue wings.
Nah.
In the barbecue wings.
Nah.
I'm telling you, barbecue wings slaps. That's crazy.
It's
You
like-
get sick
but-
of the taste after a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine first thing in the morning.
So what would you have?
Rice and stew.
You would definitely get sick of that.
Right?
You
No,
get
but think about it. Think about it. Rice and stew is something that is commonly eaten,
Yeah.
and it's like you feel like you're eating it for the first time every time, unless it's the one that's in the fridge and that. But when it's freshly made, I could eat that all the time. I could eat that literally 21 days straight. They say 21 days forms a habit. I could eat rice and stew for 21 days.
Wow, you're gonna have an uncle belly at the end of that, fam.
I don't mind. I don't mind. But yeah, it's good. It's good that we're here again, and obviously we've shot our first episode last week.
Hold on, we didn't even ask Ash
What?
what she would have.
Oh, Ash, sorry.
I'm gonna be bored. I'm just gonna say pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, just
Pizza is something I could get tired of, though.
Yeah,
I can get tired of
that.
everything everyone's mentioned today, so I'll just go with something that's.
Pizza Hut, Domino's.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just be honest. Like anything
Domino's.
we pick here, we will get tired of it eventually.
Issue, yeah.
Like with
Not,
this
not,
rice and
rice,
stew,
not rice and stew.
you will.
Not rice and
Listen,
stew.
I love my rice and stew.
Not rice and stew. That's why I said it. What did you say? Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah.
I like her.
I think so. Yeah, I think Pizza Hut are falling off. Like they're not.
they
They're
have.
not.
They've
They
never-
fell off a long time ago.
They've never been on.
They were.
Mm-mm.
When I was a little kid, they were on.
No, I'm
When
not
you
gonna lie.
used to have your birthdays. and-
Yeah, that's what I'm
okay,
saying.
fine,
They,
fair
yeah,
enough.
like don't you remember they used to have like the pizza parties?
I'm not gonna lie, I was never a Pizza Hut fan. You know,
Nah,
Domino's all the way.
I used to be Pizza Hut, and then one day just Domino's, and then just changed my life. Never went back
That's what I'm
since.
saying. See, you know what's good for you.
I know what's good.
Educate
I know
me.
what's good for me now. I know what's good for me now. But guys, you can follow us on the Movie Club on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow us at the Movie Club UK, and we also have a website, the www.themovieclub.co.uk. I don't think you guys have seen it yet.
No.
Nah, you know.
But yeah, I put that out there anyway. So yeah, you guys can check that out as well, and all our episodes will be on there. So yeah, that would be good. Ash, what do you have for us today?
So I was thinking about how we all went to watch Avatar 2, which is the movie for today,
Yeah.
and it's quite funny because we were all on boards. We were all happy. We're gonna go home, watch the first one, watch the second one, and then Midia sends into the chat that the second one's not on Disney Plus like we thought it was.
Yeah.
So Did someone say that they went to the cinema at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh yeah, you did.
That was me.
Oh my days.
That was me. I had no choice because when we agreed on the film, we all thought, all right, yeah, Avatar 1, Avatar 2, we can stream that online, you know, watch that easily across the weekend. And all of a sudden, when I finished the first one, I'm just about to tap into number 2, and there's just a trailer on Disney Plus.
That's what I saw. I saw that trailer. I said, what?
Do you know what? They confuse us because they put it there like you can actually, you know, watch what, like it's there if you type it up. And then as soon as you click it, it's talking about trailer. I was like, trailer? I was literally like, trailer? Like, what? And then I quickly went onto the internet, Googled if it was still in cinema. And literally there's only like 1 or 2 viewings per day. So I had to get, it's either the 10:45 one or I think it was the 8 p.m. one that I could have got in. And I just thought, it's a long film. Do I really want to watch a film at 8 p.m. on Saturday for 3 hours? I'll probably fall asleep in the cinema. I'll just be switched off. So I said, you know what? Whilst the mind is fresh, 10:45, man.
Okay, good decision. I wanted to ask, off of that, if you think that movies come out in cinema too quickly, or if you prefer what Avatar's done and it's still in cinemas, you can still watch it in 3D the way it's supposed to be.
Go on, Fizz, answer that.
Do you mean in terms of like what the 10-year gap? That they took?
No, like
or just
so
it came out December 16th or something.
It came out December 16th. So like Black Panther, for example, Ant-Man only came out the other day and it's coming to Disney Plus. I think it's April the 18th.
So they're not showing that in cinema no more?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you have a problem with how quickly it comes out?
No, I don't. Not really. I feel like it's pretty cool. I like how they do it. Obviously, it comes out in the cinema, then they wait a few weeks or a month.
I was surprised that they were still showing this, to be fair. That's why we all literally assumed it will be on Disney. It has been a while. When April?
It's been like 3 months now.
4
months.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
4
So
months,
the fact that there was still 1 or 2 viewings per day just tells you what sort of film you're about to watch. So yeah, I'm actually happy that was the case, that they were still showing it. So yeah, I was cool with that.
I asked because I haven't seen the new Ant-Man yet. I'm a big Marvel fan. I really like Ant-Man. But because I heard it had mixed reviews and I was like, oh, it's probably going to be on Disney Plus soon. So I'll just wait. I'll have a viewing in my own home with my siblings and I won't have to spend anything because I know it's mixed.
That's true. But then the cinema experience, is what I'm trying to tell a lot of people, is different from when you watch it at home.
Thank you.
So I'll just put Black Panther out there. Yeah, the second one that came out in the cinema, it was a good experience for me. Of course, when I went online, I saw people were saying other things. But anyway, personally, it was a good experience for me. If I was to watch that film on Disney Plus as watching it for the first time, it wouldn't have been the same experience. And I would have probably given the film a completely different rating. So maybe for me, cinemas actually make the film better than what they are. If you watch it at home, it probably brings it into reality what it is. Because when it's at home, it's literally, you can be like, this, I ain't on this, and switch it off, or this is boring and turn it off. You always have that option to do so. In a cinema, you can walk out, but let's be honest, how many times have we walked out of the cinema here?
Never. I got to get my money's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not walking
yeah,
out.
you're not walking out. You're not going anywhere.
End.
You're staying there to the end to, give your actual review on it. But I know I've copped out halfway of movies on Disney Plus. So.
That's true.
No, yeah. It's because you're at home. It's like one of my boys, my good friend Kevin. Shout out Kevin. This guy, he doesn't really go cinema because he has like everything in his house, more time. And I'm like, bro, like,
what, the new films?
Yeah, like he has like this
stick,
that they use, and he gets all the films, like even if
is this legit?
We're not promoting anything.
Yeah, I don't, Kevin, I'm not trying to expose you. It's legit.
Kevin, who lives on.
But yeah, he basically, I think he gets the films maybe like probably like a day or 2 after they've been released.
Okay, you gotta plug me, Kevin.
But I told him like, bro, like, you might as well go to the cinema and watch it. Like, it's not the same when you're at home. I just feel like when you're in the cinema, it's like there's no distractions. It's literally just you on the screen. But when you're at home, it's like, you can just go do your own thing anytime.
Do you know what? I got myself a soundbar like a year ago or so when I was like redecorating my room. And that soundbar, when you watch like films or movies, you do feel like you're in the cinema. I can't lie, because the sound bar would be like where the TV is, and they would have the bass somewhere in the corner of the room. So like when certain scenes are happening and that's like sort of cinema, like you can hear that in the room, so you feel like, okay, I feel like this is cinema. But if you don't have that, yeah, don't feel like
it's just not the same. Like,
yeah,
honestly.
Have you guys ever tried 4DX?
No, I haven't.
I have.
You
Yeah.
have? How did you find it?
Yeah, I went when we came out of COVID. They were showing, because there was no new films, so they were showing Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets,
Oh, yeah.
and you know the car scene,
Oh yeah.
and they're hanging out of the
So you got to wear
flying
glasses
car.
for that?
No, it's where the seats move. So there's a big car scene, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
camera moves that way, and then the seat moves that way. It's pretty cool.
What
I also
cinema is
went
this?
for Scream 5. This is Cineworld Wembley.
And they got them sort
Yeah,
of seats.
for Scream 5, people would be getting stabbed in their legs, and they would like literally blow out. It was like blowing out wind, or like it was like a little punch in your leg.
That's an experience, but that's not for me.
Yeah, it was
experience, but not for me.
it was a lot for
I
the
don't want
brain
that
to
trauma
handle,
getting
but-
stabbed in your leg in a
Yeah.
dark
I
room.
think my friends watched Ant-Man in 4D, and they said it was mad. Like, and you know, Ant-Man is so like the visuals are crazy.
Yeah.
And they were saying like, listen, because when I came out of the film, I said that was probably like a 7, but they said for them it was like an 8.5, and it was
Really?
mainly because of the 4D experience. So
Okay.
I need to try that, because if
Yeah.
it makes my cinema experience better, then I'm all
I'm
up for it.
I'm definitely
I'm all
open.
up
I'm
for it.
definitely open for it. Like with this film, the Avatar film, I literally saw it in 3D,
Same.
not by choice. That's just what was there at the time, and I just said, okay, cool, because it's limited viewings. I'll just take it as 3D. And when I was younger, I think I had a bad experience with 3D because they used to have the red and the blue glasses. So one side's red, one
Yeah.
side. What the hell was that about?
I don't know,
You don't remember? You remember?
I remember
You know,
it. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, it's like
you're confusing my eyes. My eyes are trying to watch the film, and half of it is red, half of it is blue, just so I could see little things just
think
pop
that
out
was
a
the
little bit.
Technology at the time.
It was
but
so bad.
do you guys still go to 3D films? Because I don't
No.
think I've been to since I've been a
No.
kid.
That's what I'm saying. So this was probably my first 3D film I've been to since those red and blue glasses.
The same.
So, you know, I was a bit hesitant, but I said, you know what, whatever, I'll see it in 3D, see how it goes. I even attempted to watch the film with the glasses off, but as soon as it started looking all fuzzy, I said, oh, okay.
No.
get that back on.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
just put this on, and it wasn't bad.
Before we continue, I just need to explain to you what happened,
Yeah.
because I took an L. that
Another
day.
one.
Another one.
You love taking L's
Listen,
on.
I don't know what
Yes.
happened. I don't know how this happened. I thought I did it correct. I got the cinema location right.
Oh, you're taking the piss, bro. You're taking the piss.
I got the cinema location right. Bear in mind, I went on Sunday to go watch it. I had booked it for the Saturday.
Oh, these people.
When
these
is it
cinema
gonna
people
get
are
correct?
And I
thinking-
swear, I showed the lady ticket. She said, "Oh, this was booked for yesterday." I said, "What?" I said, "There's no way I did this again. I really did it again." And then she said, "Oh, the manager's right there. He might be able to help you." I said, "Okay," but I looked at him. I said, "No, he's not gonna help
He's not gonna help you.
Nigga, he's not gonna help me." He literally gave me the most scripted answer you can give. "Oh, you gotta call customer support." I was like, "Man, I'm not doing that." But the backup film I did watch was it Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh,
Honor Amongst Thieves. That film is very good.
let
Oh,
us
really?
know if you want us to review it.
Yeah,
on
let us
the
know if you want to
podcast.
review it, people. But that film for me was amazing.
It's a good film.
It's not the film that I would usually go and watch. but
Yeah.
yeah, amazing.
So you ended up watching 2 films.
No, I actually ended up going to watch Avatar: The Way of Water the Monday. So after work,
Whoa.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
actually didn't watch it.
booked it for 7:15. I didn't leave the cinema until like damn near 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was completely trying to avoid with this one. But
So,
yeah, Ash, anything else?
I have got something else if we've got time.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys know this, and if the audience know this, Avatar is the highest grossing film of all time.
The first one, yeah.
the first one. I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's the first one, right?
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if you guys know what the next, let's say, 4 highest grossing films are.
Okay, well, I don't know number 2,
Testing me here.
but I know number 3 is Avatar: The Way of Water.
Way of Water.
What then?
It has to be, yeah, because I remember reading about that or hearing something on a podcast saying that it was like top 3.
I'm gonna throw out Titanic.
Number 4.
Jeez.
We want number 2, and I don't know if you guys will get number 5, but
Is Top Gun Maverick in there? It can't be in there.
I don't know.
It's not in there, but it's number 12.
Oh, close-ish. I'm trying to think.
Give us the years, rough years that it came out.
Oh gosh,
Oh, you
I
don't know?
actually don't have that right now, but I can guess that it came out in 2019. I might be wrong.
No, when I mean rough years, that's all right.
Okay,
Wait,
2019.
is it a Marvel film?
Oh, it is a Marvel. It is.
Endgame.
It's
Infinity
Endgame.
Wars.
He got it first. Yeah, it's Endgame.
Ah,
And that's
you know-
number 2. And then number 5, I don't know if you guys will get it.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
5, I'm thinking.
Not a Marvel film.
What kind of film is it?
It's not Marvel. It's another big franchise.
Big franchise.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like,
I don't know.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Nope.
Ah.
I was thinking, no. I was
yeah.
thinking that you was right with that, you know, but damn.
And I
You gotta tell us.
think this one came out in 2015 or 2017. I might my picture.
Give me
cut
a
off.
genre.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
It's you're gonna kick yourself. The thing is, I don't think you'll know it, but you
Go
might
on.
kick yourself when Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It's
Yeah.
You know what?
one of those new ones.
I don't even want Star Wars.
I don't
Yeah.
know what Star Wars,
So I wouldn't
but
even
it
know.
makes sense for it to
makes
be
sense.
there.
Yeah,
Is that the
It
one
does.
that John Boyega was in?
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense because I remember he was talking about that. They made a lot of money, and that's where he obviously his main come up was from that film. It started
Yeah.
opening loads of doors for him, so it makes sense on that one. But cool, that was a very good icebreaker. I feel like out of those 4 films, I was thinking, oh nah, I'm not gonna know any that kind of thing. But I got the Titanic. At
Yeah.
least.
You
I
got
one.
Titanic right, yeah. Titanic.
And
is
then
just
I did say, yeah, Marvel. It was a Marvel
Yeah.
film. I just didn't know Endgame, Infinity War. I'll give it to you. You got that one. Well done. But for this film, guys, if you don't know already, we are reviewing Avatar: The Way of the Water. Is that correct, right?
Yeah,
Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Yeah.
I'll just read you guys a quick synopsis. That's not really going to spoil it for you. But basically, this film, I'll just read it out here. It says, the story picks up several years after the events of the first film and allows Jake Sully and Neytiri as they navigate the challenges of their new life together on Pandora. Along the way, they encounter new threats to their world and are forced to fight to protect their home and their people. The film promises to explore new aspects of the world of Pandora, including its oceans and the indigenous marine life. James Cameron has described Avatar 2 as a family saga that explores the themes of love, sacrifice, and the human connection to nature.
Lovely.
Good synopsis, right?
Nice.
James Cameron, boy. Damn.
Yeah. So, like the last podcast, I'm going to give you guys a warning. From this point onwards, we will actually be talking about Avatar: The Way of the Water, and what we say may include spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film, you should have by now because it came out in December. But if you haven't seen it yet, pause and come back and watch it when you've seen it. So yeah, let's head into the plot again with this one.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into the plot. How did you guys feel about the general plot of this movie?
I thought it's pretty simple because I feel like James Cameron made it so simple, but the way they went about it was just so mad, in my opinion. Obviously, Jake Sully, basically
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully needs to obviously protect his family from the humans who he was once with, and then he left them because he knew what they were doing was wrong. So he tried to help the tree people.
Tree people,
The avatars,
The
obviously-
Omatakaya.
Guys, we're gonna struggle with the names here. Forgive us.
So, and obviously now he has kids, and it's like we're trying to see how he can deal with this new threat because it's not the same guy. Well, it's the same guy, but he's just not in human form because obviously he died in Avatar 1. So when I saw him come up,
Did you see it as he died?
Huh?
I didn't see it as he died. I just saw it as he transferred.
But obviously because if you saw in the film, he picked up his skull, innit?
Yeah.
And then
that
was him. That was
no,
him.
that wasn't Jake. That was
not Jake.
No,
Not
that
Jake. That was the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jake's Sully. Okay,
no,
you're
no.
talking about the Colonel.
What's his name?
Quadrich.
Yeah, that's it. Name
Sounds like a footballer.
Miles Quadric.
Miles Quadrich.
Yeah.
He sounds like a footballer,
It's
innit?
a strong name.
It's a strong name, yeah. But I like how they went about it. Like he was for a villain, damn, he was non-stop. I liked his persistence, his energy. he was just like, he didn't give a toss about anyone. Even his own son. He was just like, psst, I don't want to, we're not going to get there yet, but yeah, let me just say for now, overall, I loved the plot. It was great. It was a bit long. Didn't need to be so long, but yeah.
I'll preface this by saying I was not ever really a big fan of Avatar 1. I was an Avatar 1 hater.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, controversial, because I just found that it's like all the focus, money, passion went into the CGI, and the plot itself was a bit
empty.
Yeah, it was a bit empty.
But hold on. When did you watch Avatar 1?
When I was 11.
When you were 11. When did you watch Avatar 1?
Basically, I think on the last Friday.
I watched it on a Friday as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys probably see it in a different lens, but at the time I don't think I appreciated it as much. Avatar 2, on the other hand, I really enjoyed the plot. I thought it was still really quite simple, but it was really enjoyable. The first act of the film I wasn't a fan of. I felt like we were playing catch up, and I think, especially for me, having watched it 10 years ago and watching it again, I was like, I feel like you're trying to catch me up in a 1 minute segment. Jake's trying to catch me up on everything that's happened. Something I wasn't a fan of in the plot was the humans. So not Miles Quadrich, but the rest of the humans, their motivations for still being on Pandora, still causing havoc and killing the Tolkien, the whale. I feel like that was just completely skipped over. We got 1 minute of actually understanding why the humans are even here. Yeah. Obviously, we know.
I think it was more of the plot was more like the first film. The first film was like Earth is nearly kind of dying, so we need somewhere else that is close to Earth that we as humans can move to and live and be happy people together. That's what the first film I got from it. The second one, it was almost the same thing, but I think at that point, Earth was done out here. Like, it was not even like a potential plan for when Earth it's like, we're at that point where Earth is done. So we need this to happen now, where they can move into Pandora, right? And both the first and the second film, what it did, it reminded me of colonialism, British colonialism. And me personally, it gave me the vibe of people are evil.
People are mad.
Yeah,
I was rooting for the the tree people.
We could just say Navi because they were Navi.
Navi,
That's what the blue people are called, the Navi. You guys know that, but yeah. I'm basically from Nigeria, right? And I'm from a tribe called Benin, right? The Edo people, Benin people, same thing. And it faces sort of a similar story to what actually happened in this. If you guys ever read up of the Kingdom of Benin, it was literally like one of the most powerful empires in West Africa or even Africa in the 1600s. And the story kind of matches up until what happens. It's like the British will come very peacefully and be like, oh, how can we assist you? How can we help you? We want to learn about you. We want to see your culture. How do you guys make these? Like, we had something called Benin bronzes where they used to make like bronze sculptures and all that kind of stuff. And the British really loved that. It's in all their museums today anyway. And they just wanted to know more about the people. And they came in such a peaceful way at first. And that mirrors the film where they came in such a way where Grace was like a scientist. They had all these scientists trying to, be with the people and all that kind of stuff. And in Benin, when I think they were having a ceremony, the British wanted to come and the king was like, no, it's like a special sort of ceremony. We don't want any visitors as such at this time. The British people are very hard of hearing. Obviously, they had other intentions as well. But they literally went in there marching on and they got various warnings to like, it's not a good time. They didn't listen. I think a few of the British ended up getting killed as they got closer to the King's Palace and whatnot. They ended up getting killed, and that news came back to Britain that they've killed, the British people. That's from there. That's when Britain then decided, we're gonna do a mad thing. We're gonna send ships, thousands of men, and we're gonna take over the city and capture the king for obviously killing British troops. And that's literally what they did. I think it took a week later. Thousands and thousands of British troops were in Benin, overthrew the king, took over the city, and literally made everyone slaves. Literally made everyone slaves and
Doesn't
used
surprise
the atmosphere and resources and whatnot for their benefit. So I just saw a mirror and thinking, oh, why are humans so like, why are they so wicked? Like, it's not yours. It's not yours. Why do you want to take over something that is not yours? Like, they said, oh, we're going to give the nav from the first film, we're going to give the Navi a choice. They either decide to stay here and obviously let us, you know, in and use their resources, or we chase them out. It's very hard. You're putting people in a tough place when you're giving people an ultimatum. Why should they let you in?
It's nuts, bro. No, you don't even own the land.
Why should they feel like they have to let you in?
Saying like humans, that just showed me like humans just feel so entitled. Entitled. It's not even theirs, but it's like you're just rocking up there thinking you can just come and bro, these lot will fight for their place.
You fight for their place, and they did that. They did that in the first film. And the second film, where we pick up from, you almost go into it thinking, how is this gonna work? I didn't know they were gonna bring Quatrich back. And the way they did it, I loved it personally. What did you guys think of the way like they used they established that he's actually dead, like you said, he's dead, but the memories and stuff of him is put in this avatar. How did you guys find that concept? Because I found it amazing.
I loved it because for me, especially after watching the first Avatar, just seeing how committed he was to that mission, and it was like he definitely felt betrayed by Jake Sully. Like he felt betrayed, like, and it hurt him like so much. So it was like,
even though it wasn't him,
even though it wasn't him, like
he just has the memories.
He just has the memories of like this guy left us to go with the enemy.
Yeah,
I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah,
regardless. And I just feel like when I saw him in the Avatar form, I said it's a long day.
It's a wrap.
Because he was already hard-headed as it was when he was human, but now he's basically the same size, strength, speed as Jake Sully. I said this could get long.
I said the same thing. I had like a little shiver down my spine when I was like, oh wow, this is him now? Because when in the first film he was fighting in that robot,
it's like a robot kind of
thing.
Oh, man, yeah, like if he takes him out of that robot suit, it's done. Jake's winning the fight easily. So it was almost like an uneven fight, even though the robot got technology. It's a robot that he has to control. But the fact that he was coming back in an avatar, like I had a little shiver down my spine saying, yo, this might actually kick off. And I did actually like the concept, you know, of that. So yeah, I was really impressed with that.
I'll be a negative Nelly. And I feel like this film kind of suffered from, I don't know what that like term is for a movie syndrome, but having killed off its main antagonist in the first film and brought them back in the second film to kind of essentially not do the same thing. This was definitely more personal, and for Miles Quatrich it was much more personal. It was a revenge story. Jake Sully had a survival story. So I didn't hate it, and I didn't not enjoy it. It's just something where I was like, weren't you dead?
Can I just respond? I just feel like, so the first Avatar film came out when? Was it 2009?
Yeah.
So this one, so it's been like, what, 12, 13 years?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is a crazy long time
to
produce a second film.
But when you think about it, yeah, like humans going to another planet, like how long realistically would it take them?
Yeah.
To another planet,
years.
like take them a while.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So I feel like as if for them, obviously it's mad for them to even like take that long to bring out the film, but I feel like as if for them to do that, and it's like, no, we have the technology, they have the technology now to make our soldiers into avatars as well. I thought
it made sense.
I thought it made sense. Like,
I genuinely thought it made sense as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? The film came out that long ago, and it's like, raw, through all that time,
I think they attempted, when I was doing a bit of research, I think they attempted the film in 2014, 2015, but they still didn't really have the sort of technology and, I want to say ideas. They had the ideas. They just didn't have, what word am I looking for? I don't want to say resource, but they just didn't have. They couldn't get what they wanted, basically, in terms of they had ideas for shots, how they wanted things to look, and they thought we're still quite behind in terms of technology and what we can use to shoot. Let's just wait a few years. But it was all written about what they wanted to do. It's just how they could shoot it, and they weren't happy with it. I think they did begin in like 2017, and obviously it's carried on. Apparently they shot it at the same time as there's going to be a third one. they show it exactly simultaneously with the third one, which I thought was a bit.
It's gonna be 3, 4, and 5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yep.
It's going on until 2028.
It's a sequel, man.
Yeah.
James Cameron's really committed to this.
Yeah.
He's gonna spend 30 years doing
it.
Yeah.
I just want to say one more thing. I feel
About
like
the plot.
the kids played a big role
In the plot.
as well. I don't know why, but I feel like as if you saw how like important the mum was, especially in like the first film. But I feel like in the second film, there wasn't that much emphasis on her.
No, there wasn't.
Because there's more like, because obviously James Cameron was doing a sequel, like we literally saw like the kids' development in that. So it's like, I just feel like they're really, I'm trying to explain this, man. It's tough. It's tough. Come back to me.
I think what I'm getting from it anyway, I agree with you. I feel the film was centralized around the kids.
Yeah.
It was very centralized around the kids.
Neytiri were like side characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They almost took not a back seat because they're very still much in it, especially Jake. But the kids, it was more of their story and how kids are able to adapt to a new environment, how kids can change you as a man. How kids can make you saw with Jake, like he was really like strict on his kids.
It was like an arm. He was like you saw it in the earlier in the film, right? When where the little brother, he basically like they were at war. The little brother literally just went off, and then the big brother followed him. He's having the guns, and then his dad was like, "Oh, like why are you doing that? You could have died. Like you're meant to be."
Why are kids like this, man?
It's just
when you're given instruction like, yo, kids, this is a serious situation. Yeah, this is what I need you to do. I need you to stay on point for this. Why can't their heads grasp that sort of information?
I mean, you
I
was
don't
once a
know.
kid. Can you tell me?
Yeah,
I feel like as a kid I was obedient here and there, but I think as a kid I had the mind to be like, when I want to disobey, like in my head clearly I am disobeying. I want to disobey. I want to not listen. Yeah. But kids like that, it's just innocently, they just have a mind of their own to not know that they're putting themselves in trouble.
Yeah, and everyone else.
Else, they just don't know. I'll probably use my brother as an example. There's times that I've instructed my brother, please don't do this. Like, sit down, look at me, I'm being serious. Don't do this.
You're looking right in the eye.
Right in the eye. Yeah. I won't. 2 hours later, he's doing exactly what I said he should do. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that deep, man. And it's just like, what is it about kids that just, they just go off one and they don't listen.
They love to rebel, man. They love to rebel.
Loak was a huge liability. But
what, in the film?
Yeah.
I felt
in real life.
I felt uncomfortable watching.
But that's the little brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked him, but I didn't like him at the same
time.
time.
I felt uncomfortable watching his scenes because I just didn't know what he would do.
I've watched the film twice, so the first time I wanted to, what you done with your brother, but more violent.
Yeah.
The second time, I don't know. He had a place in my heart because I think he is, although he's not the least favorite son but he's the most unreliable son of Jake.
Yeah.
He also, I think it said in the movie, Jake sees himself way more in Loak than he does in the older brother, who is reliable and sensible. Mm-hmm. I like Loak.
I just feel like his name's Loak, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like Loak, he's just more of a risk taker as well. Like, what I got from the film was that he was really trying to prove himself to his dad. Yeah. Because he's looking at his older brother. His dad's probably looking at him like, oh yeah, the older brother's the mighty warrior and all this stuff there. You know, little bro can't do anything. You always gotta like follow big brother. Yeah. I feel like he really tried to just.
He wanted his own.
Break from that. Yeah. Because how many times was this guy getting in trouble and his brother's like, yeah, I'm gonna come.
His brother was even covering for him a few times. It's my fault. And there's one point where Jake was like, you can't always cover for this guy. Like you can't. Mm-hmm. But I respect that as an older brother because it's something I would do if I feel like it's in my best interest to protect my brother. Then I will cover for him. Mm-hmm. If I feel like it's not in his best interest, then of course I ain't going to cover and I'm just going to make him be accountable to what he's doing. Mm-hmm. But from an older brother perspective, it was nice to see, that sort of family, orientation that we did get from the film.
This is definitely like more of like a family. This is definitely a family movie. Like just the way like James Cameron made it. Mm-hmm. It's made it very like family focused. Like you can see like literally you're seeing everyone's like kind of journey. Like the mum, the daughters, the sons, Jack himself, Jake's only Jack. Yeah. You're seeing all their journeys, so it's just like and you're seeing how it just comes all together in the end, where it's like family stays together.
Family stays together.
Family
But
stays together.
how did you guys feel about the plot where they threw in the last film we talked about, an unnecessary death? This film,
Oh,
it was Netayam, that the older brother.
It was foreshadowed. You just said it, where in the beginning of the film, Jake said to his son, "You're gonna get your older brother killed," and then so it was foreshadowed,
Crazy,
and it was unfortunate.
But
Did you cry? Did you?
No.
I felt it. I felt the emotional attachment to it, but I didn't cry. But I just felt like I knew it was coming, because it was like, it happened twice where he just went when he wasn't meant to do it. The first one was when they were fighting at the beginning.
Yeah.
The second one was when I think, what was the second one?
The Water Kids.
The Water Kids, yeah. When I think, when they were all fighting and that. And then obviously the third one now was when it's obviously towards the end. I was just like, bro, he's gonna get it at one point. You know, this guy's always backing you, and eventually he's.
But when was it his fault that he died?
He died basically in battle, more or less.
He did, but I remember the Jake basically putting it on Loak, saying that it's kind of your fault.
But
you know,
it's one of them ones there where it's like the dad knows that anytime you go do foolishness, your big brother's always gonna come and try and cover your back. So he knows that, because the big brother's very responsible. He doesn't get into any like madness or anything like that if he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
So just one of them ones there. Like the little bro just really, it's not his fault, but he got to step up now.
Yeah, he does. But I feel like that death that's a death that I did see adding value to a story, because they're going to do many more movies as well. We can see how that develops.
Yeah.
But from what the film was and him dying, I did feel that. Maybe you didn't cry, but I definitely felt it a lot, and I was just like, damn.
I was just looking at it, I was thinking, little bro, this is your time. Like, this is your time.
Mum's reaction, brother's reactions, everybody's reaction that was part of that family felt.
No, we felt it still.
Felt his death.
Because even like, especially what big bros like.
Yeah.
You know our little bros, they get into madnesses sometimes.
Yeah.
So it was like, I've put myself in that position.
I put myself in that position as
well.
well.
I'm like, oh, little bro never gets to like, he's constantly doing all this crazy stuff for me to come and do it, and me to come and help him, and then
I'm the youngest, so I've never had to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, no, I literally, like what you said, I kind of put myself in that position and be like, you know, saving little bros cost me, but
that's why I think James Cameron did a good thing, because it was like, he made it very relatable, like to a lot of people, and you know, for example, me and you felt related to it, and I can imagine the other people that felt the same way as well. I would say with this one, the acting, you wouldn't really feel like it's acting, because we're not seeing humans. It's almost like, you know, you watch an animation sort of film, a Disney film, where it's more the voiceover that you can hear. You can't really judge the acting when you're hearing a voiceover. How did you guys feel about that? Because I know when they shot this film, I know the actual actors were genuinely acting. They just used CGI to cover them up in blue and everything. But I watched that not thinking like, these lot are humans. If that makes sense. Like, you know, I couldn't really spot acting.
Same. I saw it as
I don't know if that makes sense. I couldn't really spot like acting.
Do you know who I actually really liked in the film was Neytiri, the mum.
The mum, yeah.
Because the first time I watched it again, I was like, oh, she's angry all the time. She's always angry. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, do you know what I realised is she is the only, in her family, she's the only native Na'vi.
Yeah.
Jake is technically a human, and then their kids are.
And you know, I only noticed that until when they went to the Metakaina clan.
Yeah.
And they were like, his hands!
Yeah.
He's demon blood! I was just like, damn. I literally, you forget, you think they are one of them. And it's only until they're now amongst other Na'vi people that you realise they have like 5 fingers. Is it 5 fingers? Yeah, because obviously human hands, 5 fingers. And the Na'vi have how many fingers?
Have 3. And they have those fin things. But with her, I just felt like there's certain movements she does with her face. It's Zoe Saldana who does it. She's great. Yeah. But, and the way she speaks and everything is very different from the rest of her family. The way she expresses emotions. Yeah. In the first time I watched it, I thought, you're angry all the time. Second time I watched it, I was like, oh, you actually express emotions way differently to your family, who are technically, genetically half human, I guess. I thought she was great.
I just want to add to that. And in relation to like her, like the way like she like portrays her emotions and that. Like you saw after her elder son died.
Yeah.
I saw the blood in her eyes, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
I saw the blood in her eyes, and I think there was a scene when Spider. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this guy.
Yeah,
Spider.
We're gonna get into that.
When Spider saw her that she was killing, and she was moving and mad, like she was screaming and all that stuff, just like she was looking at man just killing him. I was like, oh my! I was like, damn. That's how probably like most parents feel like if like someone has like taken their child away from them like that.
Yeah.
Like she's just doing a mad. I was thinking she needs to relax.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed with her. Like we said, she didn't have that many scenes. She had loads of scenes, but not as many as maybe the kids or even Jake himself. Yeah. But when she was on screen, she was very effective in what she done. And I do like when she was on screen. I always felt like when she was on screen, I almost felt like a sort of like barrier, because like you said, she's the only true Navi. So in certain scenes, whether it was fighting scenes or wherever she was involved, you could trust her to do her part. The rest is like you still feel like they are still learning. Jake is still learning.
Yeah, definitely.
He's still learning. Although he's come a long way though, because he did impress me. We'll talk about the characters next, but you can tell they're all learning. But because she's an actual native, scenes that she was in, I felt quite secure and comfortable watching, because I'm on their side. Yeah. So I'm rooting for him. And anytime she came on the film, like, okay, cool. We're good here. When it was the kids, they're very inexperienced. You're thinking these lot are going to get into mad trouble. Something's going to go down. Yeah. When it's Jake, you think he may do something that is, could put himself at danger. But with her, you felt really secure with her on the screen. So yeah, I did like that. But yeah, we can talk about the characters. The characters now. Who impressed you the most? Character-wise, not even acting, just as a written character, their story. The way they portrayed on screen. I
already said I really appreciated Loak the second time around. I've heard rumours. I haven't. I've researched and saw that he's actually going to be, they're setting him up as the next narrator in Avatar 3.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense.
Jake narrated this one, innit?
He narrated the first one. So Loak's taking over.
I like that voice. I generally like it. It brings sort of, when you hear the narration from Jake, I do like it. I feel like, okay, they do it enough to give you something, but then they pull back when they want us to actually focus on the actual scenes. They did it quite well, to be honest. I was really impressed with that. But you said Loak, who you saying?
See, I've got to say the same thing.
Really?
That's the younger son. I have to keep saying this because I'm trying to remember their names, but I liked him. It just seemed like someone who was really just trying to prove himself to his dad at the end of the day. And I respected his grind. Like, when you're not trying to prove yourself to your dad, like someone that you look up to, especially like his dad, the leader of the clan, is like, you're willing to do anything. Like, you're ready to go to war, anything. And I just felt that he did, like, obviously his kid's going to get in trouble, but you could see his maturity as he went on. Yeah. Like, especially when he met that whale that was banished.
Pike on the Tilken.
Yeah, especially when he met that whale, and then everyone was telling him, "Oh no, don't go to that whale. Like, it's a bad whale, will kill you. It's a killer." But I like how he just has his own mind.
He knows the truth.
He doesn't let anyone influence him. He's more or less his own man, his own mind.
And it's respectable.
And for me, it's like, that's why he's the closest man to his dad.
Yeah,
he's a close man to his dad, because his dad basically has his
did
own
the
mind.
Did the same thing.
Has his own mind. Doesn't really take orders from anyone apart from himself. And the little brother does the same thing.
Yeah, I'll say for me, I'll just mention 3 characters that I really liked. Quaritch, I know you don't like.
I liked him a little bit.
I like Quaritch. I like Spider.
I didn't like him. No, we're gonna disagree there, bro.
You didn't like him?
No, bro. He's wishy-washy. He's wishy, bro. He was the one character I could not figure out in this film. I did not know what he was.
I mean, for the first, in the end, when he chose his family, obviously I respected that he saved Quaritch, right? That's his dad. He saved him. Like, despite anything, you're my dad, so I'm gonna save you. But at the end of the day, I'm not with you.
But bro, how can he save his dad when his dad basically, when the mum had him when she was gonna kill him, she was like, a son for a son. He was like, what did the guy say? He was like, that's not even my son. Well, not even.
Yeah, but then she was about to kill him, and he said, stop. No, wait, stop. So
yeah,
because it's true, it's not really his son. If we look at the the genetics and the biology and everything, that's not his son. That's not. It's just his memories that came from the real Quaritch that's put inside him, but it's not his son. So he's right to make that statement. But because he has all the memories and emotions attached to Quaritch, he's like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's true. Fair enough.
It's understandable.
It's understandable, but
and he saved, and then he saved, and then Spider saved him at the end.
Why did he save him? You just
because it's his dad.
Bro, he just tried to kill the people that raised you. Exactly. Remember what they say, Ozzy? Well, some people say this. Your father's not the man who birthed you, the man who raised you. That's why people say.
I don't know about any of that, man. I don't know about any of that.
It's just a saying that I've heard before.
I don't know about any of that. I just feel like, yeah, because maybe someone is blood related to you, I believe, yeah, you shouldn't allow them to take advantage of you, like to abuse you and do whatever and say because it's my dad or my mum, they can, you know, abuse me financially, mentally, spiritually, all that kind of stuff. I don't think that's acceptable. However, it's a very unique situation that they had going on.
It is.
And that's why where you were like, you don't know where he stood, I feel like that was an important part of the story. Half of him is trying to be like, I love the Navi people. Jake is my family. I don't want to say Natiri is really his mum because Natiri, she never accepted him. She never really accepted him. But he saw Jake as a father figure and Jake's kids as brothers and sisters. That's literally how he saw it. No matter how they took to him anyway. That's just how he saw it because he was born in Pandora. So he's going through that and then he sees somebody that is not his biological dad, but he has memories attached to his biological dad. And remember the scene where they're terrorizing him and he's on the
thing,
Is he spinning or the thing is spinning?
That thing is spinning.
That thing is spinning. It's really cool technology, by the way. Like if he actually focuses, they could read into his brain and see everything. That was really cool.
It was mad.
Quaritch was the one that stopped that. And he didn't stop it because I have a better way of doing it. I felt that there was emotion to it that he stopped the interrogation. I literally feel there was emotion to it. And he said, no, stop. Allow him.
I have a question. So do you think that Spider will have a big role to play in the next Avatar film?
100%.
Because he saved his
yes.
dad.
So I feel like at some point he's gonna betray Jake and the family. I feel like he will be conflicted, just like we saw he was conflicted. He saw Quaritch drowning and was about to turn away and said no, I got to get him. And I think him saving his life then is an indication that there is a strong feeling he has to him. So it can come where in another film Quaritch is like, you know, I'm sorry son, this is why I do what I do. And he tries to, as he gets older, you really try to understand, because I literally think in the films that are about to happen, Quaritch will be doing a lot of reaching out to Spider. Because you even see at the end when he calls him back saying Spider, we're going to see going forward him literally trying to pull closer to him. And I think eventually, like he did in this film, even though he had no choice, they took him with him, he had no choice. I do feel like he's going to buy into that sort of relationship with having a dad, because at the end of the day, I think it will be put to him, you're not actually an avatar, not an avatar, you're not actually a Navi person, you're a human, for goodness sake.
The sky people.
Yeah, you're the sky people, and that's what you are. And I think he's going to come to a point where he will choose his dad.
I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
I think he's gonna end up becoming one of them. Like they'll probably put him in one of those little things that they have.
Maybe further on. But I still feel there's going to be an arc where he betrays them.
Yeah,
And it's like this film, they try to make us gain, not the audience, but make his family, Jake, and everybody feel like, yeah, this is our son now. But I feel like there's still going to be twists and turns to where he's going to stab them in the back, and it's going to hurt really
especially
bad.
because he has a lot of knowledge about them as well. So he's definitely going to have big roles to play. He might even become the villain. By the time it comes to 4, who knows?
I was impressed with, like I said, Spider, Quaritch, and then Jake himself.
Really?
Yes. The reason why, I saw a lot of growth from the first episode. I said episode. From the first movie to the second. We saw Jake in the first movie as a bit of a novice, not really knowing what to do. Natiri getting pissed off at him at every little. She called him a moron. Just like, you're just she'll waste, man. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. She's just not rating him, and I wasn't rating him either. You know, he he just seemed like a wishy-washy character to me in the first movie. I can't remember. I was not really impressed. But in the second one, he was very commanding. Like,
but that's because that's because by the end of Avatar 1, you know what he is now, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what he is, and I like how commanding. He even grew dreads. I'm sure it was dreads, isn't it?
Something like that.
I was like, yeah, Jake, you got the dreads, and that. Yeah, I like that, and he was very much a commanding figure to the people, and I just like how that looked when he went over to the Metakaina clan to say, can we, live with you guys and seek shelter here. The fact that they respected him shows you that he's come a long way from the first movie, because if he went in the first movie, they'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah, you're not
completely get out of here, your sky people are out. But he's fully accepted, even though he's not like a Navi person, he's fully accepted like he is. So to get that turnaround, and for me to see that sitting down and watching, I thought, I actually respect this guy now, and I didn't. So I was impressed with him, Quatrich, and Spider. Those were my 3 characters that I'm like, yeah, I loved it. Not that the rest were bad, but those are my personal favorites.
Just want to pose a question to both of you. Your favorite scene in that film?
I'll let Ash go first.
Oh,
It's a tough one. I feel like there was I feel like it didn't get like really mad until like probably the second half of the film.
yeah. I feel like I'm trying to think. I think maybe it did go on for a while, and this definitely was a toilet break moment. But Loak and the Pike and the Tolkien Piekin, when they were in the sea, it was nice. All the whole sea people, that whole bit of the film was
really nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I would say the bit A Sun for a Sun.
That was gonna be mine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, a sun for a sun.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy quote that she did. I was thinking, oh, you're a bad girl.
Yeah, a sun for a sun. You take my son, I take yours, and it sent shivers down my spine because she was ready to kill Spider-Man.
That's she lost it, bro.
She was ready
because she lost one, so she's thinking, I ain't got nothing to lose now.
Yeah, she was ready to dead off Spider, and you felt that emotion from her. And I still think in the films going forward, she's still not gonna really take to him. I mean, she would live with him like she has been doing anyway, and they will have good moments where you see that there's a rapport. But ultimately, she's never really gonna mess with him the way I think he wants her to. That's how I see it. But Sun for a Sun, that sent shivers down my spine like crazy.
Literally took the words out of my mouth. But I'm gonna throw in just a random prediction.
Yeah.
The mom's gonna die. I feel like mom's gonna die soon. Maybe.
Do you think so?
I think she will, and that's gonna be a madness, because then I think it will happen though. Eventually it will, and that it could happen in 4.
Jake Sully's gonna be a widow.
It could happen in 4, and then
it's a widow, man. A widow.
I think widow is fine.
It could happen in 4 or 5, but I feel like when it does, that's when we're really gonna see who Jake Sully is. Who he is, like, because really and truly. We really saw the mum now. Like, we know what she's on. But I feel like we haven't really, I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen all of Jake Sully yet. I feel like there's still some more things I need to see from him that he hasn't shown us.
I feel like for the highest grossing film in the world, the 2 highest grossing films in the world, I feel like Jake Sully is not quite the hero that we want him to be yet.
Like, not yet.
Really?
I don't. When I think of my favourite heroes in all cinema, you got Iron Man there.
Oh, okay. In that
Jake
sense,
Sully never comes to mind. And that's the highest grossing film in.
But is it really that kind of film?
It should be. It should be.
Okay,
Because the man betrayed the humans. Like, you're damn right, you better be a superhero.
Yeah.
Literally, and now literally these guys are literally coming here just for you. They want to kill you. They don't care about anyone else. They want you, my guy.
Yeah.
So I feel like as if if his wife dies, he is gonna become what we all thought he could be.
Do you know what? Yeah, watching that film, do you think the Metakaina people should have taken him in?
No, they shouldn't.
Because I wouldn't have taken
because
him.
you should know, like, he even didn't they say, oh, like, you're gonna bring the war here or something like that. So it's like you already knew.
Don't
but
bring
it's
me
like,
no war, son.
But it's like, it's just a man who's thinking, oh, like, he's a leader as well. Obviously, and his wife wasn't. She was not on it. She
I
was
tell him keep it stepping. Oh, do you know his wife was my
Kate
girl from
Winslet from Titanic.
Titanic, yeah.
And did you see that she in Avatar 2 with what she set the record for the longest
Deep dive.
ever.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that,
Interesting.
which is very impressive. But apparently, in other news, she said after that Titanic film, she never wants to work with James Cameron ever again.
And so did Sigourney Weaver, who plays Kiri.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How did you feel about that, by the way?
Okay, this is what I want to get into. That is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Sigourney Weaver plays Kiri, the adopted daughter, but her mum
was Grace,
and
she
was also
played,
Sigourney Weaver. That's weird to me. I know it's gonna come later on in the film. I feel like she's a huge character.
Could you tell in the voice? Because I couldn't.
Yes, I said to I watched this with my brother. I said to him, Kiri reminds me of, when you have a sibling who's 20 years older than you. That's literally word for word what I said. Because the voice, I was like, that's not a voice of a 14-year-old girl.
I didn't know that at all until I obviously finished the film and did some research. Like, wow, it's Sigourney. Like, I didn't know that. How old is she? Is she like 60 or something?
I don't know.
She's getting on.
She did say that Avatar makes her feel like, because of the CGI and everything, makes her feel like she can play any character, age.
Oh, okay.
Well, so
fair enough.
I'm fine with it. It's just, why is the mum and the daughter playing the same character? It threw me off.
Weird,
and I thought it was weird, but I think it's part of how she was conceived.
Yeah.
I think there's something there.
Something went on there.
Yeah.
At one point I thought Jake was her dad, then I said no, it can't be Jake. Then I thought it was the other guy, the scientist.
I couldn't really figure out who her parents was as well.
No.
But I think immaculate conception, they're saying.
I was about to say that blasphemous stuff, but but okay. Okay, we'll touch on that later. But what do you guys think the overall theme or message they wanted us to take from this one?
Well, I look at the first one, and the first one's just protecting your forest, and then I look at the second one, it's protecting the sea. And I feel like this is just just real life issues that James Cameron tries to give to the audience, because obviously we have major issues right now in terms of protecting the forest, and obviously we're raiding the sea, throwing trash in there, all that stuff there, killing whatever fish is in there. So I feel like that was pretty much the main theme. And obviously being able to stick together as a family regardless of what is going on, because at the end of the day, family is all you have. And you saw that without family, no one can really go forward like that, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
This is something, went to watch it with my siblings, so this is something they said was
second time round or first time round?
Second time. Both times actually. It was about connection, so connecting with family, also with the sea and with the environment, and adapting to the environment, and also losing connections. So with Spider and his dad, I don't know, he just didn't know where he kind of stood. They didn't know what they stood with each other, and it's that connection kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, I think I took adaptation. The main one, I agree with everything that you guys said, but the main one is adaptation. In the first one, seeing Jake adapt to his surroundings and try to learn how to be part of the Omotakaya people. I don't know why I'm trying.
No, you did well.
The tree people.
Yeah, I did. The Navi people.
The tree people.
The tree people. Yeah, you see him trying to adapt and overcoming it is good to watch. And the second one is his kids now, where they've been asked to be water people and learn how to hold their breath underwater and learn how to eat like them, live like them, do everything like that. I thought that was very sort of touching to me, because it shows you that whatever environment you're put in, you can always adapt.
And on that as well, adaptation, I liked seeing the water people and how they looked.
Yeah.
And it was clear that they had to adapt to their environment. They had these weird finger fins.
Yeah.
Their eyes were different. Their eyes were blue.
Yeah, they were even pulling their tails out. Why is their
Yeah,
tails
their
so
tails.
long?
That was hilarious.
Yeah. On that.
Yeah, okay, that's good. What was social media saying about it, Fizz?
Well, I literally had to search this a couple times, because obviously the film came out 3 months ago, so it was quite hard.
I'm sure there's a lot of opinions already on.
It was quite hard. So I've just picked about 3. Three opinions. The first one is this is from I'm not gonna say that name, but they tweeted that my review of Avatar: The Way of Water. It's 3 hours long. It took 12 years to make. Blue cat's good, humor's bad, racism bad, race mixing good. That's what they said.
That's a good one.
So, yeah. Another one, they said, I'm not kidding when I say that this is one of the best movies I have ever seen.
Okay.
I don't think it is, for me personally. Do you think it's the best movie you've ever seen?
No.
Do you think it's the best movie you've ever seen?
No.
I feel like maybe visually, because obviously I don't feel like we see films like this often.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen both.
And like I said, because I saw it in 3D, I'll give it a little boost there.
Yeah,
The visuals were quite good for a 3D film. I did enjoy it, to be fair.
And the last one I have here, this one he went into a bit more detail. He said, as with the first Avatar, I watched this in 2D. I'm sure the experience watching in 3D IMAX or 4DX, etc. would be amazing. So I believe that the ratings are based on that experience rather than the film itself,
like the plot,
which is overlong and very predictable. However, it is marginally better than the first movie, and the SFX are stunning at times. I missed the true lies, Abyss aliens, and the Terminator Cameron of old. So he's basically saying that he doesn't like the way James Cameron is like now. He prefers his old stuff.
Movies.
What do you guys think of that?
Fair enough. I agree with some of those. Was it tweets, social media posts? What was it? Instagram posts?
Tweets. Yeah, tweets.
Okay, cool. I agreed with some of them in terms of saying it's a good film. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I would agree with the point where they said it was more about how it looked and the CGI and how everything came together rather than the actual plot and storyline. Because if you think of the plot and storyline, it was good, it was solid, but did it need to be 3 hours long?
I feel like it did, because we didn't really know about the kids like that. And I just feel like, because obviously we're going to be seeing we're going to see more Avatar films going forward, I feel like it was very important to kind of see how they develop, like to eventually become the leaders, and they're obviously doing what Jacobs does, or they're working alongside him if he's still around. Yeah. So I thought it was very important. But I don't know, like I think like the sons, the daughters, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I was a bit on them too. I didn't mind the older daughter.
Yeah, Kiri. Because you know that she's gonna have an important part to play.
Yeah, I know she's gonna have an important part. But the younger one,
is it Took?
Yeah,
that was her name. Yeah. I think Took.
I was just thinking.
She's just there to be
she's just there
to be cute.
To be cute, yeah.
I agree with all of that stuff there.
No, she reminds me of my little sister.
Oh yeah, feisty, you know.
Yeah, she's just there. But what about you, Ash?
Sorry, what was the question?
Did you agree with any of those tweets?
Definitely not. No, it's fine. Definitely not the best movie I've seen before, but
that's wild.
Crazy.
I don't know how a man does that, but so,
yeah, I definitely one of the best movies visually I've seen.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I can just tell how much passion, how much money, energy went into the CGI and stuff like that. So James Cameron is a master at that one. I think maybe storytelling. Maybe not.
Because he directed it, produced it, and
basically
wrote it.
Everything, bro. He did everything.
And wrote it. So this is his vision fully.
Like they were doing this from how long? Since like 2015.
Yeah.
They were doing this for.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So you got any numbers for us in terms of box office and what it did?
No, I thought you had that one.
No. No, I don't.
I actually do.
We gotta quickly. We got time.
We can do that quickly.
We can do that.
Go on.
I know that it made
box office numbers.
2,300,000,000.
I better type it away.
I knew you didn't have a Wi-Fi.
And you let me carry on.
I thought maybe you were gonna magic it out from somewhere, but
days, yeah.
I know it made
like we said, it was. Is it the third highest grossing film
of
all time?
Yeah.
£2,312,000,000. So it definitely made a lot of money.
Yeah, on a 350 to 460 million pound budget.
A lot of money. That sort of money can fix Nigeria there, man.
James Cameron.
This is off topic a little bit, but there was one satisfied moment in this film that made me very happy. It made me smile.
Go on.
It was when that guy he was holding he was the one that was like shooting that thing at the wells or something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
That killer, and he was all about the money and let's get this money, all this stuff
yeah.
there. When his arm got stuck
Came
off, I said yes. I said rip it off.
Yeah, rip it off.
When that
man.
came off, everyone in the cinema was like yes.
That was a bit gruesome,
People
but
were in the cinema.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, people,
You saw it 4
I'm
months
not gonna lie
late,
to you,
so
people in the cinema for mine, but
like-
it's 10:45, so it wasn't as packed.
Full
but-
house, 7:15, full house.
Full house.
Full house.
Get
Every
out.
seat was taken. Like literally, I sat up. There was a time before the
Okay,
movie
this is a
started.
surprise because
Before the movie started, these two girls were like, "Oh, like our seats are like they're sitting in my row." I said, "Okay." I got up, but I'm trying to sit in my seat. I said, "Excuse me, miss. Yeah, you got
this
to go."
seat. No,
This
I
is
could I could have chosen any damn seat in that cinema because it was empty. It was literally very early in the morning.
Everyone was there, man. It was amazing. It was nice because I like going to cinemas and I hear the crowd's reactions to certain scenes.
Yeah,
It
no, I
makes
like
it-
that
It's
as
like
well.
that's how you know you're watching a very good film.
Yeah, but then see, I do get influenced when I hear yeah, and
do.
I'm starting to think yeah, this film's in, and
Yeah.
then I leave and I realize oh god, it wasn't that great.
It might just be a scene. It's a scene.
Black
innit?
Panther. But yeah,
That's
what would you
it.
guys say in terms of us rating this film? What are you giving it out of 10?
I'm not gonna lie. I gave it an 8.
Hey,
I gave it 8 because I can't like be blindsided by the work that James Cameron did in this film. Like,
yeah,
okay, maybe the storytelling is a bit basic, but I just feel like the way he just executed it, like he just made it so like long. He just made it so like long and all that, and it's like not many guys are doing this. Not many guys are doing like the CGI, what he's doing, putting in the hours. Because how many films have you seen that are like an hour 45, 2 hours max? But
Yeah.
it's like nah, they rushed it.
they rushed
They
it.
rushed it. So I feel like this was a movie.
Yeah,
like
he gave us everything.
gave you everything you wanted. Like, yeah, it's long, but if you're really interested, if you're really a movie person,
You would enjoy
then this is a great movie for you. It's a great movie for you because I don't feel like you're gonna come out the cinema being disappointed. Yeah, you might say it was a little bit long, but I feel like as if for what he provided the fans with,
Yeah.
gotta give him an 8. Got to.
I'm gonna go with 8.5, but I could round down to 8. But the first time I saw it, 8.5. The second time I saw it, about an 8.
I'm surprised. Out of all of us, you're the harshest with.
I know.
So 8.5
I
is.
like that.
I like that.
She's coming along now. I like that.
Mm.
The way of the water
Mhm.
got to me. You?
Me, I would go with 8.2.
I was about to say, I thought you were gonna say like 6 or 7.
No. I'm
Whoa.
I'm rating this film. I'm
Okay.
rating this film as a beautiful film.
Mhm.
I'm going with an 8.2. I was very, very satisfied by what I saw. In the end, yes, I am stretching a little bit because it's
Yeah.
quite
Yeah,
long
it's
and
long,
it's like,
bro.
you're sitting in one place. But overall, I'm giving that a solid 8.2. I think it was good work from James Cameron. Good work from all the actors that starred in it. I was very impressed with it. And the fact that we know we're actually getting more, you just know that there's more to build on. So I'm satisfied with that. I would say that overall score then would
What?
be
What's that?
8.25,
2.5?
I would say. Let's break
So-
that
You
down.
really put decimals
The
in
decimals,
like that.
innit? 2 decimals. 8.25. I'm happy to go with that. And I think if we're giving it 8.25, we're basically saying it's better than Creed 3 because we gave Creed 3.
I'm not gonna lie, it's better
And
than Creed.
It's better
It's
than
better than Creed. It's better than Creed.
I agree.
Better than Creed.
I agree as well.
Just want to say quickly,
Mm.
Avatar 3 is coming out 24th December
Mm.
2024. Avatar 4 2026. Avatar 5 2028. Just thought I'd just put that out there so people are ready. So honestly, just if you're really trying to get into this, make sure you're watching it from the beginning because it's only gonna get better from here. And I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm happy that I actually watched the first one to see the second one. If you guys are thinking of watching it, definitely watch the first one first and build up all the way because you would enjoy it more and you get the full picture. So yeah. But yeah, guys, that we have it. That's our second episode done on the Movie Club. You guys, like I said, like, comment, subscribe on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I keep on forgetting what we have.
And Twitter.
And Twitter. All our social media platforms, guys. Just literally like and share, basically. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Actually, don't go. Our next episode will be dropping on May the 5th and we'll be reviewing John Wick 4.
So make sure you catch up.
Yeah.
Oh
With
yeah, I
all
need
the
to
John
catch up.
Wicks.
I've never watched John Wick
'Cause
before.
we do as well.
So this is gonna be the first time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching it, so I'm excited because from what I've heard, John Wick 4 is the best film
Yeah, I'm hearing that as
out
well.
Of
of
the year.
all of them. So
I'm hearing
For
that.
the
So
year.
So far.
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably film of the year then. In
Yes.
that case, yeah, I'm looking
So I'm
forward to it
excited. I'm
already.
ready for that one. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. See you guys later.
Bye.
Well done, guys.